Hello and welcome to your in-depth weekly horoscope for week commencing the 19th of June for the Sun or the Ascendant. I'm going to share some standout details that we can all collectively relate to, but please stay with me. I will go through each of the 12 zodiac signs in much greater detail. Now this week sees a transition. We have the Sun emerging from its new moon in Gemini at the end of last week, compromised by the sluggish and draining vibe of Neptune initially, but then by Wednesday we have the summer solstice and the Sun makes its way into the sign of Cancer. This is an incredibly important event in the overall astrological calendar. Western tropical astrology is based on the seasons. So this is the start of a seasonal quadrant 2, and it's an influence which basically lasts for the next 13 weeks, despite the fact the Sun only being in Cancer for 4 weeks. We also, however, have a lot of energy going on between Mercury and Venus across Monday and Tuesday, all week between Mercury and Mars, but later in the week Mars gets into a much more turbulent right angle with the disruptive energies of Uranus. So what will this mean for your zodiac sign? Please stay with me for more. If you are a new visitor, thank you for joining me. I've been doing these weekly videos for about 13 years and it does take a lot of prep, so I'd be honoured if you would subscribe. If you're a returning visitor, thank you for joining me once more. If you'd like to get your free weekly horoscope fired to your device, please see the subscription link beneath this video. Also, if you would like to ascend above this zodiac broadcast and embrace the power of more serious astrology, if you give me 3 pieces of personal birth data of time, date and place of birth, I can provide for you your life roadmap report. This will help you to gain much more intimate understandings of the patterns that have played out in your life so far. But in my package of 30% off, you can also get your 12-month personal forecast, totally unique to you. Don't know your time? You can buy my solar package with the same benefits. Again, please see the link below. So Leo, your week commencing the 19th of June forecast has seen the new moon at the very end of last week, certainly bringing into focus your friendships, your long-term plan, and with Mercury also in that area, forging such strong alliances with Venus and Mars in your sign. There's a sense that you can have it all, you can connect and collaborate with others, but not necessarily give away what you want to do as an individual. But then we do have on Wednesday the Sun moving into a much more reflective part of the year for you. But despite this, Mars in your sign then goes into a right testing angle to Uranus. And if there is somebody that you feel is being, blocking something or being unreasonable or playing games, particularly around your work situation, you could find that your reaction to this will be less tactful than even you might normally like to respond to situations. So some turbulences later this week, especially if you feel that someone's not being very fair. And the lack of fairness could be because Neptune was in a right angle to the new moon, and Neptune can be a very tricky influence. So the issue could be around longer term money, it could be around, in a romantic context, possessiveness, jealousy, sort of petty stuff, but inhibiting who you want to be as an individual. That could be something that rankles. But later in the week, as Mars really gets into that right angle with Uranus, you're going to be much more direct if you feel that someone isn't being very fair. But then concurrent to that, the Sun is asking you just to be much more aware of your need to protect your emotional situation and where you may feel a little bit more vulnerable. So at the point that you could be the most strident, suddenly then you can feel a lot more exposed.